All right. Well, hola, hola. Welcome back. Hopefully, you enjoyed your week off. I know I enjoyed not sitting in front of the computer all day. So I hope you got to get outside and take advantage of the nice fall weather that we've been having. And yeah, just kind of have a minute to refresh. So before we jump into anything today, I want to just kind of talk in general, give you some tips in general, and hopefully we can start out this 9 weeks kind of fresh now that we all kind of know what's going on, although it'll change a little bit obviously next week again. So here's the deal. Okay, first of all, grades are posted. Some of you did great, some of you did so-so, some of you did not do well. Okay, so you kind of know the setup now. Whether you're coming back to school part-time next week, you're still going to be virtual 3 days a week. So you know kind of the drill, you know how things are going to work, and 3 days a week, it's not going to change. For some of you, you're still going to be on 5 days a week. So here's what needs to, some things for you to consider. All right, on a basic level, okay, and I know there's different issues going on. Right now, out of a class of 33, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people that have their camera on. Okay. Now, listen, I get it. If there's a problem, doesn't work, or you got something crazy going on in your background and you can't put it on, I get it. That's fine. But here's what's happened, right? Over the course of the 9 weeks, I get less and less cameras and I seem to get less and less participation. So, I mean, you see it all the time, right? I go to call on people or your teacher calls on somebody and they're not there, right? It's way easier to get distracted if your camera's not on than to pay attention. And that affects your grade. So while it doesn't offend me, I don't take it personally, right? If I call on you and you're not there, I'm like, oh, their loss, right? I don't take it personally. I know you got weird stuff going on. It's fine. But I did notice that like a lot less cameras were on and I got a lot less participation and grades started to slip. So again, I'm never going to yell at you and tell you have to turn on your camera, but if you can, and I noticed about 5 or 6 of you just did, it's for the benefit of you, right? Because it helps you focus and it helps me see you and I can tell quickly if you have a question or you want to participate. So I would encourage you to try to get back in that habit, if possible, of having your camera on. Okay, especially next week, once I get people in class, if you're just a black screen, it's going to be a lot easier for you to fall through the cracks. Because honestly, if I'm focused on people in front of me and then I can see faces that I'll project up on the board and you're just a screen, you got to make sure you are there. You got to make sure you're raising your blue hand because otherwise you're going to get passed over. And I don't want that to happen. So a good way to, avoid that is by having your camera on. Right, other things. I want you to check your grade at some point. You don't have to do it right this second. I did post things on Skyward. They are still changeable until tomorrow. So I want you to check your grade. Make sure that I have everything there that you did. Make sure you're not missing anything. Make sure that you have turned in everything that you can possibly turn in and that, you didn't miss something, that I didn't miss something, that you did turn something in and I just didn't notice because it's all hard to keep track of sometimes online. So please take a minute. If you did well, great. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. If you didn't, today is the day to make some adjustments. All right. Like I said, get your camera on. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're completing your assignments. You're going to have 2 things to do for me today. One is kind of a review practice, and one is going to be to start your new vocab. Get that done. That's probably 20 points right there. Okay. Plus, I've got this ongoing participation that I'll give you at the end of the week, a participation grade. So again, start it off. You didn't know what was going on last 9 weeks at the beginning. Frankly, I didn't have a great understanding of what was going on either, but now we know. So take this opportunity and let's start fresh and start strong. All right. So give that some thought. Check your grades, get back to me if something's missing or, something's not right. And otherwise, let's just start over and start strong. It's way easier to start strong than try to dig yourself out of a hole at the end of the semester. I know it's weird, but these grades are still going to count. So let's make sure we're doing our best. Okay. Otherwise, we'll talk about next week. I don't know, at the end of the week. Monday's schedule is going to be the same as always. So we will all be virtual on Monday, just like today. I did send out a copy of that new bell schedule this morning. So you have that at least from me on Canvas. And so Mondays are going to be the same. Then Tuesdays, of course, and Wednesdays, some of you will get to come in, but a lot of you are still going to be on Zoom. So that's fine. We'll continue doing things like we're doing now with some modifications. So everything you've been doing on Zoom, you're still going to keep doing that at least 3 days a week. So make sure that, you're kind of in that mindset. I think those are kind of the little details that I just want to talk about and hopefully get you started off on the right path here. So today we're going to do, I thought, just kind of keep it pretty simple. I'm going to do a quick episode of Mi Vida Loca. We started that on Friday. They're just kind of short and sweet, little episodes to teach you, kind of use some Spanish and show you some of Spain. Today's episode is super short. I think it's 4 minutes. So I just thought it'd be fun to show you that. I was going to have you fill out something and turn it in. And then I thought, nah, let's just watch it. And then we'll do some review from last week and jump into our new vocab. You'll have some time to work on that. Okay. So if you would, please just direct your attention up here. I'll play this quick little episode for you, and we'll see what's going on with our girl, Merche, I believe is her name.
While Merche finishes her nap, time for some Spanish. We knew that Teresa had a flat, un piso, in Madrid, but she never mentioned she had a sister, una hermana, living there. In Spanish, all nouns like flat or sister are either masculine or feminine. The masculine ones go with un and usually end in o, like un piso, a flat. The feminine ones go with una and often end in a, like una hermana, a sister.
Es la hora de la merienda. ¿Quieres comer? Eat.
We're going out. This is La Plaza de Oriente, and across the square, El Palacio Real.
Es una plaza preciosa. Sí, ¿no? Vamos a esta terraza. Yo voy a tomar un café con leche y una tostada. ¿Y tú qué quieres? ¿Un café? ¿O un té? ¿O una cerveza? A ver, ¿qué quieres?
¿Qué quieres? What would you like? Merche would like a coffee and a piece of toast. You might fancy un té, a tea, un agua con gas, a sparkling water, un agua sin gas, a still water, or una cerveza, a beer.
Perdón. Sí. Sí, un momento, por favor. Pide tú. Yo quiero un café con leche y una tostada.
Oh, you'll have to order for both of you. What was it she wanted?
Un café con leche y una tostada.
That was fast. Let me explain it. Un café con leche y una tostada. That's un café, a coffee, con leche, with milk, y, and, una tostada, a piece of toast. Try saying it. Un café con leche y una tostada.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Qué quiere tomar?
Un café con leche y una tostada.
¿Algo más?
Un agua con gas.
De acuerdo, gracias.
Necesito hacer algo muy urgente.
Venga, hasta luego.
Nos vemos luego en casa, ¿vale? La estación de metro es Lavapiés, en la línea 3. Hasta luego.
La cuenta, por favor. Una tostada. Un café con leche. Agua con gas.
Wonder what's going on with Merche. Why is that man chasing her? We'll see. I actually have no idea because I've only watched the first 2 episodes myself. So we'll see. I'm not going to do those probably for a little while. I'll just do them kind of sporadically. So we'll see what happens with Merche. All right. So I need like 5 minutes of your time. We're going to do a quick review from last Thursday and Friday. So if you weren't here or you can't remember anything because that was so long ago, presten atención, get your focus, get your attention, okay? Because these are a couple topics from the end of last week that I want you to make sure you know. Then you're going to have a 10-point practice on them, okay? 10 points. And then you can start working on your new vocab. So please get your focus on. Get out your notes if you can. We are looking at right here. So we had 3 things, ir and tener, and then hace plus que. So if you would like to click on these guys or pull them up wherever you already have them, they are your notes from last Thursday and Friday. And I would like to just briefly refresh them with you. So I will share mine just in case you want to look at mine, but also you should have your own notes somewhere. So let's start with the cuánto tiempo hace que. That's what we did first, so let's do that first. Somebody get ready to tell me, while I'm pulling these up, what this means. What is cuánto tiempo hace que? And we'll get you your participation point. So I'm pulling it up there. You already probably have it up. Get out my screen here. All right. Again, participation grade at the end of the week. So raise your hand if you would like to tell me, what does cuánto tiempo hace que mean? Why would I use that question? What am I talking about? Noah, what am I talking about?
How long you've been doing something?
Perfect. Thank you. So we did this, like I said, the Thursday before break. It was actually supposed to be part of your last chapter, but I didn't quite squeeze it in. So how long have you been doing something? Cuánto tiempo hace que, and then I put a verb here. So in my example, cuánto tiempo hace que practicas español? Somebody want to translate that for me? What would my example mean? You don't have to do anything in Spanish. Just tell me cuánto tiempo hace que practicas español? Abdullah, what's that mean?
Practice Spanish.
So give me the whole question. How
long have you been practicing Spanish?
Perfect. How long have you been practicing Spanish? And I said, hace 10 años que practico español. What does that mean? Oh, I see your hand. If you are raising your hand, I don't have your name. Oh, it's Naya. Go ahead, Naya.
I've been practicing for 10 years.
Yeah, so I've been practicing for 10 years, right? Some of you kind of started, like my kids do Spanish at Greenbrier, right? So maybe you started kind of in first grade or kindergarten and you want to say, oh, I've been doing this for 10 years, right? Or you could say like, oh, I've just been doing it for 2 years because you're in second year Spanish. All right, good. So here are things that you need to know. ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que? How long have you been doing something? I just expect you to recognize that question. And then to answer it, it's up here in yellow, hace time que. And then you need a present tense verb, probably in the yo form. Okay, on this practice that I'm going to give you, I ask you how long you've been doing something, so you need to answer in the yo form, like practico, or I don't know, hago, or voy, or juego, or practico, or miro, or whatever it is. Okay, so again, I think there's like 2 questions on my little practice activity here in a minute, just to make sure you can recognize how to use this. And then I think I asked you to write 1 sentence all by yourself. You know, start with hace, put in your time, put in que, and put in your verb in the present tense yo form. Any questions on that? You got lots of examples here you can look at. All right, so why don't you grab the ear and tenaire notes? And let's take a very quick reminder of what those look like. As I am getting there, I want you to be thinking of what does ear mean, what does tenaire mean? Get your hand up here in a second. You can answer that question if you haven't gone yet. All right, so here are my notes. So these were just 2 quick review verbs we did at the end of the week. So somebody want to tell me, what does tenaire mean? Unique?
To have.
To have, thank you. And what does ear mean? Somebody else. Ear. What does ear mean? Nora.
To go.
Great, to go. So they're both irregular. That's why we had to look at them separately. Tenaire, we have tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tienen. So again, use those to pick the right form. And then down here we have voy, vas, va, vamos, van. And the only thing we said about these, usually there's an A after it. So keep an eye out for that little A. And then also, you can use this to talk about the future. So you can either say I'm going to the party, which is kind of right now, or I'm going to go to the party. So then you'd have a second verb in the infinitive. All right, so I just wanted to review those real quick. Now you got to show me that you understand those topics, all right? So let me show you the 2 things that I would like you to work on for the rest of the period, and then I will let you get to work. So again, back to my original lesson. So you got this practice right here. Okay, that's the first thing I want you to work on right now. You have, tried to give you plenty of time here. You actually have almost a half hour, right, left in this period. So I want you to spend a few minutes on this. If you click on it, you can look at it with me here for a minute. It is worth points. Okay, I'll probably make it worth 10 points. So take your time on it. Don't rush through it. You've got 2 questions on hace, cuánto tiempo hace que. Read your choices carefully. Then you got to write me 1 sentence here. Then the rest are all multiple choice. Tell me about tenaire, use it in a sentence. Tell me about ear, use it in a sentence. That's that. Okay, so that's 10 points. Then your vocab is next. That is homework that also you should be able to at least start in class today. Same as we've done before, here's the list. You need to translate it and you need to submit it right here. Please use your Quizlet flashcards. That will make the translating much quicker for you. All right, so I am happy to let you go work on those things. If you have a question about how to do anything or your grade or anything you need to talk to me about, please stay on. Otherwise, oh, let me remind you, homeroom is after this. Let's see, homeroom is at 10:20, okay? So like I said, you have almost a half hour to get those 2 things done. Let's get them taken care of and get your points. All right, you may leave the Zoom unless you have a question that you want to talk to me about. Have a great day.